ladies and gentlemen, the King of Manchester looks certain to return after a lot of speculation over the last 24 hours. He was going to City. It looks like they've pulled out. And United will complete a deal. Got a brilliant panel of guests lined up for you. Be sure to drop your comments in as well. How excited are you that one of United's best players of all time will be returning to the club this summer? Yeah, as I said, great panel, great show for you planned out. So I'll see you after this.
Click subscribe to get daily Manchester United content from Passionate Reds, only on All for United.
Here we are. Ronaldo is looking like a Manchester United player. As Connor's just told me, Romano's tweeting about it again. Everyone's tweeting about it. It's not just rumours anymore. It's looking like it's going to be a thing. So I'll come straight to you, Benny. Great to have you on. Ronaldo coming home to Manchester United. What are your thoughts?
Mate, I'm absolutely buzzing. I was supposed to try and sleep for a night shift, and I can't sleep, mate. No matter the last 24 hours, the last 4 or 5, 6 hours have been mental, mate. I'm absolutely buzzing. I can't believe it, man. I put out a tweet yesterday saying if he walks out Old Trafford in a City shirt, we boo the guy out the building. And now that's not going to happen. It looks like a nail on his coming back home. So what a
we are winning everything. Everything.
Oh my God.
Sorry, Benny.
Everything.
It is coming. Fuck it. It's coming. Fuck it. Why not?
But as I say, it's just been mad, mate. I never, ever since he left, all we've had from day one since he's leaving is Ronaldo's coming back. Every single summer transfer window, it'll always be Ronaldo wants to come home to United. And every single time it's been, he's either got a better deal at Real Madrid or he's moved elsewhere. But it looks like this time it finally is 100%, well, not 100% certain yet, because obviously anything can fail up until between now and then signing on the dotted line. But it looks like finally the prodigal son's coming home.
Definitely. We've got a lot of people watching right now. Not too many on YouTube, so do get yourself over to the YouTube channel. Be sure to like and subscribe as well if you're enjoying the content, and especially if you're excited to see Ronaldo wearing that number 7 shirt again. But Connor, reports going in, he's going to earn around £270,000 a week. Not confirmed yet, obviously, and there's a fee of around 28 million euros, which, to put into context, that's you can buy 3 Ronaldos for 1 Nicolas Pepe. So is this good value for money when you consider his age and how much money he'll bring into the club?
Oh, without a doubt. I don't even care if he doesn't score a single goal. The fact that he's coming back to Old Trafford and playing in front of the Stretford end again, I couldn't give a shit, quite honestly. All seriously, yes, value for money. People can say his age all he wants. Callum said it backstage. Yes, he's 36, but realistically, he plays like he's in his 20s still, the way he is. So, yes, it's value for money. We'll make that money back within 24 hours. In shirt sales and everything else that he brings anyway. I mean, it's next to nothing. What was it? What did you say it was? 27 million euros or something? The contract is up to about 270k a week. Pounds. If that is true, 270k a week. There's obviously Pogba will be on more than that. De Gea, Martial, I think is not far off that as well. There's so many players that are near that kind of. And we've all said before, the development that he can. Mason Greenwood. People have already seen it. Oh, that could halt the development of Greenwood. No, it won't. You've got the greatest finisher, in my opinion, in Ronaldo of all time, and you've got him teaching Mason Greenwood. Oh, just go to somebody else. I'm going to be just talking shit for the next hour and a half.
Well, Ahmed, I'll come to you. It's good to have you on again, mate. It's been a while.
You said
in the chat you said in the chat that you had a few opinions to bring across, so I'm very excited for this. Ronaldo to United. Come on, talk to me.
I don't like the fact this summer we've been played with, in my opinion. Our emotions have been tested to the maximum. We've been stretched, we've been pulled. We've probably been hoodwinked every bit of the way. I said when we signed Jadon Sancho and Rafael Varane how happy I was about bringing in 2 top-class players, one who can have the potential of going on to become one of the best players in the world. We're bringing one of, at the very present, one of the best, if not the best centre-back in the world. And now we're bringing in Cristiano Ronaldo. I've said like on this internet thing, not just on All For United, but some other places, where I feel like in 2009 my affinity with Ronaldo ended because I thought if he'd stayed at United then we'd have gone on to have been more successful. But he chose Madrid. I didn't think after 11, 12 years he would make a dramatic U-turn and come back. Especially in a time where I feel we're still weak in other areas. And I've said many times, if we're going to be champions of anything, Cups, Champions Leagues, Premier Leagues, I'd rather us be first to first by far. And I want a team that is capable of handling the stress of taking pressure on against your rivals and going that extra step forward. Okay, maybe today the Glazers had an eye-opener and saw that Man City was sniffing around for Ronaldo and decided, you know what, I'm not happy with the idea of him going to them lot, because if they, they may just, let's say, anger not only our fan base again, they may start thinking about breaking Old Trafford another time, but they'll also try to, let's say, revolutionize the club if Ronaldo was to move across from one end to the other. And all those countless tweets about him moving, all that controversy about fans not being happy about him moving across, so like burning shirts and shit like that. But also I feel there is so much more we could have done this summer. And to have Ronaldo, please understand, I don't mean this literally, but to have Ronaldo as like the smoke screen for that, where we still have obvious problems in the team, for me just doesn't feel like I'm ready for him to come back. So, yeah, I'm happy he's coming home, but I'm also worried that this is still being used as a smokescreen when clearly there's more that needs to be done to really cement ourselves as a title challenger for me. So I'm excited he's coming back. I don't look here, I promise. But yeah, there's more. I think I need to do a lot more than just bring in 37-year-old superstars to try and save us our hopes of winning trophies again. You need to do more than that.
Come on, Ahmed. We're winning the whole
Go on,
lot.
say it. Go on.
Speaking
Look,
of winning the whole lot, sorry, just to interrupt. Fabrizio Romano has tweeted that Cristiano Ronaldo, the comeback is more than close, now in the final stages. Cristiano Ronaldo wants to rejoin Man United and is happy to accept as soon as possible. It's happening.
I didn't know you could read it.
Yeah. Guys,
Yes, Benny.
Thank you.
Guys, listen. I've said it. I love the idea of United winning every single trophy under the sun, and honestly, it would be great if we could. I'm just worried, like, that there's a lot more that this team still needs. And while Ronaldo solves a problem in the short term, which I feel is great for us, I think we'll have a wonderful experience seeing him in red again. We'll have to sing Viva Ronaldo in the stands. I certainly will, trust me. I'm excited at the prospect of him returning. I just think that we need to keep going. If any time we make a signing, it's like, yeah, we're done, sack it off, put the phone down, go off on a holiday, boys. We're done for the summer. I want more, though. I want to see actual proactivity. We've only got 4 days. And
Ahmed,
Come on.
right. I thought I was miserable. But fuck me. We are just about to re-sign Ronaldo. I get we need a central defensive midfielder.
Yeah.
But when players like Ronaldo come available, you get him regardless. Like,
Bids in, by the way. Bids in. Bids in.
I can see that.
Accepted.
like it's we've done.
No, wait, you're not wrong.
You know what?
You're
I'll let Henry go next. Go on.
Sorry, Callum. My bad.
I was just gonna say, to quote El Chiringuito TV, the Spanish TV show, "Tic tac, motherfucker." He's back. Honestly, I can't believe we're gonna see this. I'm so happy. Like this is. I don't care what anyone says. Forget that we can play him CDM. Well, fuck it, we'll play him CDM. He's a tall bloke. It'll do. The key to this is outscoring teams now. No one gives a shit about defending anymore. Just outscore teams. We've got Varane. We've got Maguire. We're just missing one player. you can stick Fred in there and he'll look cute and adorable and run around a little bit and we'll be fine. So honestly, this is a striker we've been waiting for. I know Cavani was brilliant last year, and there's no denying that. Ronaldo has more to his game, though. Better hold-up play, a little bit quicker, better technically, probably a more powerful shot, and teams will absolutely shit themselves when they see Ronaldo up front on that team sheet. They will absolutely... Ruben Diaz got Defender of the Year yesterday. Ronaldo is going to lead him around like a dog in that Manchester derby. Not even being funny. He's going to make him like a joke man. So I don't forget DM for now. I just want to enjoy today while it, and the official announcement. I mean, it could be tomorrow, which would be the perfect build up to another game. And it gives the team a sense of, hold on, we can actually win stuff here. You've got City have managed to balls up every single deal they've done, apart from Grealish, who's just a fairy version of Sterling.
I love Ireland Lanzini is how we should reference him.
Yeah,
right
I'm sorry, he does these little tippy tappies. He's got his socks halfway down his shins. He looks like a bit of a wet, if I'm honest. And I couldn't give less of a shit that they got him. He's just another one of their Sterling or Mahrez or that kind of crap. So they failed. We could actually be in a title race this year. We could actually be in a title race this year with a player that scores 20 goals a season. That's what you need in your side. Been wanting it for so many years. Didn't work with Lukaku. We got the player.
I think what you're looking to say is Man City and Liverpool and Chelsea might be in a title race this year if they can get close to us because we're winning the lot.
Yeah,
I think that's what you meant.
More or less what James is trying to say here.
Why not?
Excuse me.
But it makes a change, doesn't it?
Yeah, it definitely does. Callum, I love how miserable you are, but surely you can't be miserable about this.
He doesn't look it.
I'm not. Do you know what, right? At no point did I actually think he was going to City. There was never a part of me that thought it's actually going to happen. I never thought he'd leave Juventus, to be completely honest. But as soon as it started coming out last night that it was close, even I was still like, no, it's not going to happen. And then this morning, something was weird, like Rio Ferdinand, the crafty bastard, doing that on Twitter. I just thought...
He knew that guy.
He did, and I know why he knew. So what's happened is apparently Ronaldo was interested in going to City. He was. However, Ferdinand and Rooney, a lot of ex-teammates of his at United, messaged him on WhatsApp and said, you will ruin your legacy at Manchester United if you go there. And it completely changed his mind. And he said, okay, I'm not going. And then United found out about this and went, we'll take you back. And now he's got players like this, players like, the Neymars, Messis, Ronaldo's, those kind of players. If they become available, you have to get them. No matter what. You find a place in your side to get them. You have to have them in your side if they're available. Yes, we need a defensive midfielder. But we've just signed the best player in history. We've just brought him back to Old Trafford. And I know it's a little thing, but I think he scored about 84 Premier League goals. He'll hit 100 this year. He'll be a Premier League legend. He'll cement his legacy in the Premier League. He'll become an even bigger legend at United for coming back to us. Honestly, I reckon tomorrow we'll have an announcement. We'll have some kind of announcement, I reckon, from United today. Like they did with the Varane, saying that we've got some kind of agreement in place. But I get we need a defensive midfielder, Ahmed. But this is game-changing.
Yeah.
With the likes of Ronaldo playing, who cares about a defensive midfielder at the minute? I know we need one, but having him there will we might concede a couple of goals from having that hole in midfield. All right, we'll give it the ball to Ronaldo and he'll go score 3.
Fair enough, Callum. Fair enough.
Do you know what his salary can be?
Yeah, sorry.
25 million a year at United.
Yeah.
Just announced highest paid Premier League player.
Worth it.
To distance. What? Yeah, worth it. 100%.
Absolutely worth it, mate. one of the greatest footballers of all time. As you said, like along with Messi, in our generation, those two have been the greatest. I don't think we'll ever see two players of that same sort of ilk at the top for as long as they have been ever again in our lifetime. You know, that's just that is just cheap as chips, mate, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And the 2 transfer fees that we paid for Ronaldo, you know, when we originally bought him and we bought him back, you know, it's still less than what we sold him for. You know, so
we've made net profit
anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Back. Yeah.
Can I just quickly say something ever so quickly? A massive credit to all the journalists working on this. Like genuinely, a massive credit, because they've been all over this throughout the last couple of days. Obviously, we all look at Fabrizio, but you've got people like Laurie Whitwell and David Ornstein that are all over stuff like this, and they have done an absolutely incredible job, because shitting bricks 10 years ago, and they didn't know the deal was going to happen. We'd be absolutely shitting bricks, but we know as soon as things are progressing, we know. So a massive credit to all of them, honestly.
Absolutely. It's admirable looking as a student journalist watching the work that they're doing. But
James, can I quickly interrupt? Can I just interrupt? Although I have just kind of ranted at Ahmed, it is a little telling one thing though, isn't it? So there was no money to sign the defensive midfielder, and then all of a sudden Ronaldo becomes available, and there's money to get Ronaldo in. Now I get it, obviously the commercial aspects of it and things, but there was money for Ronaldo. Surely there was money for a DM, and they were just keeping it. Seems a little bit like a lie from the club.
This is a Glazer signing more than anything else. This is
Well,
a signing.
yeah, exactly.
This is their Tom Brady. This is their Tom Brady for Man United.
Brown Knight, it's 25 million a season. Francesco Portio, the guy that works with Fabrizio, just confirmed 25 million per season, which is
There was 2 years, 50 million euros. Wow.
Well, I was paying 50 million euros a year for Tom Brady at Tampa Bay, so I don't care.
Yeah.
They paid it Ronaldo and they've been in their back pockets.
This is an incentive for Pogba, though, as well. Another incentive for Pogba. He's got Ronaldo with him now. We've just given him Ronaldo, Varane, and Sancho in a window. If that's not an incentive to sign a deal, I don't know what is.
He was thinking about going to Juventus to play with him. He's coming here. So what's the point of leaving?
Juve and Real have less stars in both teams combined than we have in our first 11. I'm sorry. Like that's just the fact of the matter. So, and PSG are about to lose Mbappe. So why it makes no logical sense for him to leave now. Like, honestly, this is working in so many good ways, doing so many different players favors, and this will hopefully help Pogba as well, and Pogba will probably get probably be 400k a week. That's what we'd offered him. So, well, I take it with the way he's playing at the moment. I take it. Sorry.
So many tweets. It's a problem for me to keep.
It's been impossible all day to keep up.
I think there will be a here we go, by the way, tonight from Romano. I think as well.
Oh, it's going to happen.
Me and Benny were chatting about this earlier. The United under 23s play City tomorrow. So that atmosphere is going to be electric anyway. You know,
at least Sports Village,
that's going to be brilliant. And like I said, if they announce that tonight, the atmosphere tomorrow at that 23s game against City and the away end at Wolves on Sunday is going to be unbelievable.
Can I just say as well, though, do you know how much of a boost that's going to be to the whole dressing room now come Sunday, against Wolves? You've announced that if he does get announced tonight or tomorrow that Ronaldo's re-signing, and it's official and everything, how much of a boost that'll give to the whole club, to players going, wow, listen, we can still, especially someone just said earlier about Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba's now probably looking at it and going, United look like they mean business now. All right, it could have been done a little bit sooner, but at least they mean business now, and it's good to see. It's going to lift the club, because after the draw against Southampton, everything seems to be going in a bit of a dull again. People are throwing out all their Ollie out tweets again like it's confetti. It'll just be so nice to have a refreshing outlook, and it'll just lift everybody. The fans are going to, that away end at Wolves, mate, I'm going, and I can't wait to be part of that because it's going to be absolutely bouncing.
Oh, Newcastle at home, please, for the love of God. I'm going to that game, please.
The club now is going to be I think on the highest it's been in like 11 years.
Yeah.
Probably. Well, since we won the title, I'd say. So like 10 years ago, it's going to be the highest it's been. And, you know, again, you've got players that have connections and players that idolize this guy. You really think they're going to like struggle and not put in 100% when they've got an icon of football in general up front? You know, that it motivates so much more than, you know, just a few players. And you again, standards. People talk about it. Roy Keane spoke about it in his interview with Neville. Standards at the club, standards at training, how to train, how to be a proper professional. And you've got the senior guy coming in who he'll set an example. He might not be big and loud about it, but he'll set an example. And we could see a club that's transformed in the next year, genuinely.
This has Fergie's fingerprints all over it.
He spoke to Ferguson this morning, but
Yeah.
Henry, you're absolutely spot on there. Like, these young players are going to see Ronaldo train and go, that'll be me. That's what I want. Ronaldo's standards, it's like the same with Roy Keane. He held those other players when he was captain to the highest standards to make sure that their levels never dropped off.
Yeah.
That is what Ronaldo will do. The level of the player will rub off on other players, and it will make the team better in general. Forget that you don't think we need him, or forget the money involved or whatever. He will make the rest of the team better because they will want to impress him. They will want to be better because they will see how he is. And it will genuinely just it'll be such a good thing for the rest of the dressing room that they get to play with Ronaldo. Even just that experience will just make them better. Ferguson's obviously, you know, like I said before, he realised he'd ruined his United legacy. That's why Ferdinand did that this morning. He knew something was going to happen. And as soon as I saw that, I thought, yeah, he's not going. He's definitely not going anywhere. Ferguson rang him this morning, apparently, to speak to him, to say, what do you think you're doing? You know, it's crazy that this has happened like in such a short space of time. It makes you wonder how we dilly-dally on some transfers. Because literally within the space of an hour, we've gone from talking to Ronaldo to now putting in a bid in to probably having an announcement saying he's joining. So why do all our other transfers take so long?
Because this one, we were rushed. We had another club against us in this deal, where it was almost if we didn't take action, you know, there was a chance it was going to go to City. And sometimes people in the higher ups in the club need to have a rod shoved firmly up their arse crack to realise that, you know, that these things.
You don't get that kind of analysis on Match of the Day, do you?
No, you don't. No, you don't. But it's, in all seriousness, the Glazers will have looked at this and thought, "Oh my God, there's actually a chance he's going to join City." Commercially, can't let that happen. But also, the fan base would have gone mad. The fan base the Glazers would have been almost gone in like 6 months. So after the Super League stuff, they're under so much pressure. And if they didn't get this deal done, their ownership was in serious jeopardy. I genuinely believe that. So again, I don't care how they do it, as long as they do it. It doesn't bother me. You know?
Fair enough.
Muppeteers
Fair enough.
it's done. The Muppeteers say it's finished. Yeah.
We'll see. I'm not trusting anything until I see Ronaldo tweet it.
Not be far behind then, as far as I know.
Trippier's back on as well, guys. The Trippier deal's back
But
on.
listen,
how do you know
that?
Delo wants to go to Dortmund. Dortmund want him, and we're in negotiations for Trippier again.
Go on, James. You've been trying to speak for
Go on,
about
James.
20 minutes. Go on.
Emery,
Sorry, we're seeing all these reports.
Jesus Christ, man. I want to move it on a little bit, though. Talk about when he does join the team. Before I do, be sure to like and subscribe if you are enjoying it. Especially let us know your thoughts on Ronaldo rejoining, because the king is back and not Cantona. But anyway, I want to talk about how he fits into this team. Obviously, the front line is probably our most advanced, well, not advanced, probably our best area of the pitch. We've got such a stacked amount of quality in that front line. So I'll pose it to anyone, whoever wants to jump in. Obviously, Ronaldo has to start. You don't bring in Ronaldo and sit him on the bench. But where does he start, and whose place does he take?
Sorry, James. I've got a work email. I'll be back in a sec. Everyone else take that question.
I'll take the question, James, for you. So what I said earlier, potentially what we could see. Now, like you said, he's going to be starting. I personally think Cavani will leave. I think that the stories that broke yesterday and about him wanting to play, obviously, with Uruguay and so on, I think Cavani will likely be moved on. And obviously, he's going to be giving up the number 7 shirt anyway. I think we'll probably see Sancho, while Rashford's out, I think we'll probably see Pogba drop into midfield, Sancho go on the left, Greenwood on the right, because I don't think you can drop Greenwood at the minute. In the form that he's in, you can't drop him. And like you said, you're not going to bring Ronaldo in and put him on the bench. So I would think you'd see Ronaldo, Greenwood, Sancho until Rashford is back. You'll probably then see Greenwood drop out, Sancho go to the right, Rashford back on the left. Obviously, that begs the question, Martial FC will be like, well, where's that for Martial? He's not in the picture, in my eyes, with Ronaldo coming in, because the form of Greenwood, Ronaldo, Sancho, a fit Rashford, Pogba can play out on the left. I mean, it's just so many options. So me personally, I think you'll see Pogba drop back into midfield and you'll have a front three of Sancho, Greenwood and Ronaldo, and then Rashford will come into that when he comes back.
Fair enough. Anyone? Obviously, there's talk of what will happen for Cavani, but I think surely it's Greenwood who's looking the least likely to be replaced given his form. So, Henry, go on. What are you thinking?
I was just going to say, well, for starters, quickly, I've just seen something from Marca saying that Juve are going to try and sign Eden Hazard as a replacement for Ronaldo. Honestly, what the hell is going on with it? I feel like I'm dreaming or something. What the hell is going on in this window? This is just nuts.
It's about a mess.
That's just absolute chaos. But sorry, I got a bit distracted there. I think Connor's right. I think Greenwood will be on the right-hand side for a little bit of time. I think Sancho plays well on the left. He did for Dortmund. But now we've got a focal point as well, which is something that Sancho did have at Dortmund with Haaland. You've got a focal point, someone that can hold the ball up, but someone that can also run it behind. And again, it's something that we needed. Greenwood can be that guy in the future. Don't get me wrong. He can be that guy. He's got a good mentor now, hasn't he? So we can't really complain. But, you've got a situation where a player's going to gel this side, and it had to be a striker. There's discussions about getting Haaland next year or, getting Kane. But this obviously, makes massive sense. But he gels that front line together. Whereas I think having a shorter player isn't quite what we need, because Cavani works so well in the box. He's a poacher. So I think Connor's right, and I think we could have a situation where maybe he goes a little bit more attacking and does put Pogba and Bruno in midfield together with one defensive midfielder. And because you've got Varane as well, I think people are forgetting this. You got Varane, who is a huge upgrade on Victor Lindelof, a massive upgrade. So that will cover some of the problems we've had in the last year. His pace and his aerial ability will cover some of the issues we've had going back the other way, and we can push up a little bit further, and then we can retain the ball further up the pitch. All of these things play a huge part, and I think we can take the risk, because if we concede one, as Connor said before, if we concede one, we can score 3. Or, seriously, it's true. If you concede one, then you've got a front line of either Greenwood, Ronaldo, and Sancho, or Rashford in there. You're going to score goals. You're just going to score, Bruno could end up with a top assist of anyone this year. Like, he could have a better season than last year. Season than last year. How's that even possible?
Fellas, how are we?
That's Stu.
It
Had a
is.
nice trim. Look at
Oh, Stu.
What I've done, I flattened the hair ready for the Brill cream, Benny.
Ah, no, I thought you did something wrong with your hair there, mate.
Well, no, I've had to look kind of professional today, haven't I? So, I just thought I'd jump in quickly and say it's a long time coming. And I think, do you know what? I'm looking forward to the lads of James's age, my son's age, kids who never really saw Ronaldo in the past, Connor. Henry, they've got a real chance.
I'm not that young, Stu.
I'm 26, mate, so I'm young enough.
Well, I know we're not getting him in his prime. I know we're not getting him, 10 years ago when we should have had him back. But, I think we could all be pretty chuffed with today's announcement. I'm kind of with Callum. I'm not really sure it was ever on the cards with City. I'm wondering whether Mendes has actually used City like we've been used in the past. And if that is the case, then Mendes will be an absolute legend. Yeah, exactly, on the radar for Manchester. So, where I think he'll play, I don't really know. I'm not really sure that matters at this point in time. Let's get it over the line. Let's get a here we go from Romano, and he makes his debut at Newcastle, his home debut. So that's what I would say. But it's been a great show, lads. All good opinions. Oh, one thing I will say, I'll kind of back Ahmed up a little bit. I think he is right. I think if you take the euphoria of where we are with the Ronaldo signing, he makes a good point. We all know we need a CDM, and we all know there's money there. But this was an easy deal. It's a very, very easy deal to put over the line, and you can do something like this in 24 hours. It's not a tricky deal. So, but yeah. Anyway, there you go.
At least Stu sees what I see. Thank God. I don't mean to pull one, but I won't be like that again. I promise.
You are right. Euphoria takes over, though, doesn't it? Now in days like this, euphoria takes over, and I can't blame anyone for being absolutely delighted. Anyone for bouncing off jumping out of windows, bouncing, whatever tickles your fancy. Do what you want. But this, deals like this don't come round very often in a lifetime. And we've also just completely shafted Man City, and it's hilarious. It's absolutely. They're a tiny club. They'll always be a tiny club. They've got no history, and they're a little bit irrelevant, as they've proven. And we've saved all the tweets from the City fans, I take it, saying how fantastic Ronaldo is, how he's the best player ever, and forget Messi. We always love Ronaldo. So they've had a mare of 24 hours, and it's just
amazing.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Beautiful.
Well, we're getting a few City fans in the comments, so if you want to stick around and watch more content on the greatest player of all time playing for the greatest club of all time, then subscribe to All for United. There's a little red button down below. We'll be very happy to have you. But yeah, back to the point. Does Ronaldo suit this system? Obviously, he's the best player. He's the second best player in the world behind Messi, arguably joint first, arguably first. Who really cares? We've signed him. But how does he fit into this team? Obviously, it's easy to fit him in, but does he suit our style of play?
Just that, you know what? We're so close to signing him. Imagine if it went tits up now and we didn't. This would look ridiculous.
Callum, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Just answer the question.
Don't need that negativity in here. Come on.
Okay.
I thought I used up most of it at the
I love
start.
Ronaldo, but he might not be coming.
Wow, was that your impression of me?
It wasn't
just an impression of a nasally mank, really.
Yeah, it wasn't good, James. You might want to practice.
Yeah,
that.
you might want to brush it up, don't you?
Yeah, it wasn't good at all.
Just answer the question. Just answer the question.
Well, he's got to play through the middle, hasn't he? With his aerial threat. You know what I talk about aerial threat all the while. He will give us more than a better aerial threat than Cavani has done in the past. So he'll be absolutely ideal for us. It's who Connor's right, really. It's who you play off the side of him. And I'll tell you what Ronaldo does do, by the way, lads, and Callum was absolutely bang on. You can forget the double fucking pivot now. That's gone. It's gone. Callum was right. It's gone, the double pivot now. It's done. So who we will trust with the holding six, I don't know, but possibly Matic. Phil Jones in the 6, as Garth would say, but the double pivot's now gone.
I believe you've been converted by him.
Well,
after today, I love Phil, man. After today, you see Solskjaer defend him. He was like, "Fuck you, Rio."
That's what a Man United manager should be doing, by the way, defending his place to the fucking hill.
Damn right.
Yeah, too right. I thought his Prez was excellent, but that's how I see it going. Ollie might have a different ideas, but that's how I see it going. So.
Definitely. Well, as I said, like and subscribe as always. A lot of people watching, so hit that subscribe button. But I'll go around to each of you individually then, seeing as you just avoided my question. what exactly, like, how exactly do we fit Ronaldo into this team? Obviously,
I've
it's
just
going to be
told
pretty
you.
easy with this.
Yeah, answered it as well.
Yeah,
Sean.
but no one else is really built on it. So, like,
Well, that's because they all agree with
Ronaldo's,
me.
Ronaldo's style compared to United's style. How does that? How's that? Is that a match, or is it going to be a little bit contrasting? Obviously, United prefer to counter over anything. I don't think Ronaldo's really going to be the sort of person to break down low blocks. So,
well, he's good enough to play across anywhere of the front three. And the thing is, with him being so good, he'll fit into the system regardless. And to be honest, I think with Rashford being out at the minute, you could easily put him on the left wing and then bring Pogba back into midfield. And some of the performances that we've seen from United recently, Ronaldo won't stand for it when the team's playing like that. So it'll bring out a lot more than everyone else. You put him up front. I mean, obviously Cavani's going to miss a lot because I think he's gone back to the Uruguay to play for them. Put him up front. Greenwood can learn from it, watch from him. Or you could put him on the right. He could play anywhere across the front three and he'd fit into the system brilliantly. You got Sancho starting the game hopefully this weekend. He'll be whipping crosses into him. We've finally got someone that can whip the ball into the box so he can get his head on the end of these balls. You've got Martial. Hopefully this will give him more of a kick up the arse if he stays. I do think over the next few days now, if this does get confirmed, we're going to have a bit of a fire sale, to be honest.
Maybe,
Like
yeah.
Phil Jones will probably just have to be paid off so we can free up the wages. Pereira's obviously already gone. We'll probably really try and push Lingard to West Ham now, just to try and recoup some wages back. But he'll fit anywhere in that team. He could probably play central defensive midfield if we frigging asked him to.
We've got someone now who can actually get, he doesn't jump as high as like the average NBA player. So we've got someone that can actually get on the end of Wan-Bissaka's crosses finally, because they're ballooned into fucking row Z every time he hits it. So maybe Wan-Bissaka will get a few assists this year, and we've got presence. Presence is. I know it's not the traditional United way, but he's quick and he can jump pretty damn high and he's powerful. I mean, what more do you want in a striker? Like, genuinely, what more do you want in a striker? And Callum's right. You just play anywhere along the front three. If you want to play him left wing, play him left wing. But again, it's one of those where we're going to have to free up some wages.
He'll drift anyway, doesn't he? If you watch how he plays for Juve, he drifts across the front three all the time. Actually, he plays a lot out on the left, to be fair. He likes to cut on the right, doesn't he? But he will drift, yeah.
We've got that free-flowing team now, haven't we?
It's quite, but it's quite obvious. I think he's clearly not happy at Juve. He hasn't been all summer, and Allegri's coming. And as we're aware, Allegri is quite a defensive coach from what we've seen in the past. And I just don't think it was for Ronaldo. Speaking about systems and things like that, Ronaldo wasn't going to want to play in that. He's going to want to play in a fast, free-flowing, attacking game of football, and that's what Solskjaer United is. He uses the roaming number 10, gets wingers forward, gets the ball into the box and wants to score goals. And that's exactly the kind of team Ronaldo will want to play in.
Juve are garbage. Juve are garbage, just quickly. Juve are pretty garbage at the moment. Their midfield is awful. Aaron Ramsey, still relying on Aaron Ramsey, who's on the 300 grand a week. Oh, come on, seriously. But I can understand why he wanted out. You've got the final years of your career coming in, and you're not going to win the Champions League at Juve. Not going to happen. They haven't got enough money to go and spend on the big signings. And who better to go to than a club that have just spent 73 million on Sancho and just brought in the best defender, well, one of the top three defenders in the world. So again, it's not as though we're weak around him. We've got a side that can finally compete at the top of the Premier League, and he was the final. Well, one more piece of the puzzle needed, but I'd say he's 75% of that. Sorry, Ahmed.
I'm looking at Rio's video, which he's just put out explaining what he said to Ronaldo. And it's probably going to be out on his YouTube channel, but he's put out a 54-second snip of what he said to him. And he's wearing shades and everything. It's mad. But it's along the lines of, I'm telling you, Ronnie, no. Don't you even think about going across to those lads from Stockport. Sir Alex Ferguson has told you all about how to build a legacy at Old Trafford and all that kind of stuff being tarnished in the City shirt. Stuff along those lines, stuff we've probably already talked about. But it had, as I said at the beginning, it has Fergie's fingerprints all over it. It has now got Ferdinand's fingerprints all over it. And honestly, once we see the here we go, I mean, I'll have a smile on my face now. I know it's pretty much done. I'm confident that it's finished. Everything that needed to be done, the I's have been crossed, the D's have been dotted. Doesn't matter how I say it, even if it sounds wrong. We've signed the best goal scorers in the world in next to no time. Now it's about getting him in the team and hoping that that's not the last I see of United's transfer dealings in the last 4 days of this window. But for now, we celebrate. That's it. Get the bubbly out. Enjoy this Friday night, boys. Because
A little bit of the bubbly.
yeah, a little bit of the bubbly. Having all of that for this evening. Well, I don't
James.
drink, but there'll probably be a Pepsi or two.
I was
For
just about
you
to say,
lot, I'm
James,
one of you.
there's a hosting challenge for you. See if you can get everybody on the panel to say that what Karthik is insinuating.
All together now.
I need confirmation.
No, altogether
I need
no.
confirmation from him.
What do you
Yeah.
mean?
It's
I'm
either we're going to win it
sorry.
all
No,
or we're going to
no,
win the
no.
Champions
Listen,
League. That's what he
I've
wants.
got to save my voice for tomorrow, so I can't be shouting today, boys. I'll just a fist bump, a little dance around the room, and then out to dance, paint the town red. That's my plan this evening, lads. That's all I can say.
I've just watched that Ferdinand video. He basically said when he heard about the City thing, he rang him straight away and said, "Tell me you're lying." And apparently Ronaldo straight away went, "No, I'm not going to City. Don't worry."
There you go.
Immediately said, "I'm not going there. Don't worry."
Good old Rio.
Rio's better hand in these transfers this transfer window. The Varane one as well, Definitely something in there with the Varane one because obviously Varane went straight over into Old Trafford and gave him a bit of a hug, Rio's doing some bits this summer for us.
I thought
The guy.
I thought Rooney showed the most class.
Rooney, yesterday.
I can't see him going to City. That's all he got to say. Just like that. Good old Rio's got a fucking shooter video. Did he have his five fucking cap on and other people by his side? Come on, Rio. Fucking hell.
Seriously though, who wants to work for bold Fraudiola? Who cares? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is a better manager.
Yeah, the interesting thing about City's statement, whatever you want to say, about how we were never interested in them, all that's quite sad, really. But I could see it coming, but it was quite sad to see. Well, it's not sad to see; it's quite funny to see. But
typical then, isn't it?
It's
typical?
quite sad.
Liverpool do as well, wouldn't they? Seriously.
Yeah, it is typical them. Yeah, it is typical them. But anyway, do you think he'll get the number 7? Do you think he'll come back to 7?
I mean, if Cavani leaves, we probably will.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Write the next chapter with a new number, Cristiano. That's what I would say, pal.
Give him what we've already given Dan James 21. We can't take it off him.
It's just his brand, I guess, isn't it, Stu? That's the problem. He's got such a big global brand, 7, which is...
He has, but when he went to Madrid, his first year, he was 9, wasn't he? He started to do his brand at CR9, if you remember. But I mean, if I was him, start a new... I know it's his global brand. I don't think he'll... Actually, I don't think that'll matter so much, really, Henry, because it's already there. So, start a new chapter in your life.
I think Eddie's gone, though, guys. Seriously, on a serious note, I think he's gone. I think just he wants to go home. Yeah, where has he gone?
Don't ask questions. Keep talking.
Oh, all right.
I just think I know what's going to happen in a minute, but I just think Cavani is going to have to. He'll go just because he wants to be back with his family, and I don't blame him. We've got a replacement now.
Yeah, I think he will go. I think there's a lot more to him wanting to play for Uruguay than just wanting to play for Uruguay.
He's given us brilliant moments. Like, let's be honest, brilliant moment. It's been a fantastic servant. So I know he hasn't been there for long, but can't complain about attitude or work ethic. He's been fantastic considering he's so far away from home and he wanted to go back. So absolutely fair play to him if he wants to.
Yeah, it's a fair comment, that is. I'm in agreement with you on that one, Henry, to be fair.
64 likes on the video at the minute. Everyone go and subscribe to the channel as well.
Oh, Benny, you've decided his greatest bigger present again.
Well, you know, my dodgy Sky Wi-Fi is on the blink again. It must be on it must be on the tweets that the United fans around here are sending out about Ronaldo.
Ah, bollocks! You're piggybacking Karthik's fucking internet. That's what you're doing. You're not paying for your own. You're paying for Karthik's.
The fact that Sky announced like 2 minutes ago United are in advanced negotiations, I think they're on their own Wi-Fi, to be honest. Absolutely garbage. They announced like,
how many outages they've had this week as well. Bloody hell.
Yeah, I had an outage 24 hours last week.
Romano's Twitter will break when he puts that. Here we go.
I'll definitely break that.
Sky can never be me. No, it's going to be Simon.
Steroid head.
No, Twitter probably emailed him and said, "Look, give us advance warning before you go with that. Here we go, because it is going to break the fucking net, isn't it? That absolutely break it."
Ornstein's already tweeted saying that United are on the verge of reaching total agreements for the signing of Ronaldo from Juventus. Transfer fee understood to be 15 million euros plus 8 million in add-ons. Edinson Cavani not expected to leave Manchester United.
Oh wow,
15 mil plus 8.
Yeah, plus 8.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's the Cavani one. That's a funny.
Has anyone got on plane watch yet? Are you on plane watch yet?
He's landed in.
Gotta be on plane watch.
That's what I mean. There's somebody on plane watch.
In Lisbon, boys and girls. He
Yeah,
has. Football Daily have a video out of his plane landing. So
he's having a medical in Lisbon today. Probably.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gone to Lisbon, has he? Oh, well.
Yeah, fair enough.
Too cold up here.
Yeah, well, it's gonna get this announcement's gonna get. It's gonna be bigger than that midget steroid head Messi. So, it's true.
Midget steroid head.
Do your research. It's true.
Henry.
You know the one thing? There'll be no crying from Ronaldo, will there? There'll be no bawling his fucking eyes out 1 minute and then laughing with his fucking PSG top the next.
I mean, he
Yeah,
has to...
as he walked out of you there, but yeah.
I can't wait for him to score at the Etihad and start shushing all the City fans.
That's my veins.
You know it. You know for a fact he'll do that as well.
Yeah,
he will 100% do that.
Fucking
The thought alone of that has caused Benny to leave. I think. You had that effect on people.
You know what you're going to hear? City fans will accidentally just go, "Sue," and you'll just hear it echo around the crowd. They'll be thinking, "Oh no, he's not actually playing for us. Oh, poor City."
Can we just get over the fact that, or gloss over the fact we are signing him for 15 million euros?
Yeah, well, that's what I was getting at. I couldn't quite work that one out. You did say 15 plus 8, didn't you?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, David Ornstein said it.
Did.
Fucking 15 mil plus 8.
Juve want rid of him. Juve want rid of the wages, don't they? They want the wages.
Yeah, well, they do. I didn't realise they were paying him 500 grand a week, weren't they?
More.
So they need him off the book. Yeah, they need him off the books. Yeah,
close to 7 in bonuses, I think.
Considering
he scores so many goals, yeah.
Imagine
that they can't afford that. Like, seriously, come on. They made it. They made a deal. They got a lot out of it, but I think they're a bit hasty with it, with the amount they paid for him as well. So,
I've got another question for you, boys. I've got another question.
Well, no, as I'm not hosting, you know.
Wherever you go, you're in charge, Stu. So go on.
I just wanted to pick up something you guys were talking about earlier, and I know I'm going to get a lot of the Martial haters, but on a serious note now, you've probably got a 40 million quid asset there. What do you do with him?
If Cavani stays, get rid, don't you?
Well, that would be my thought process now.
It's one or the other. It's got to be one or the other, because we can keep one, I think. Because you want backups in positions, don't you? Martial can play as a centre forward as well. So, but I think you can't have two on the wage book, especially Martial's probably on close to 200k a week, and same with Cavani. So, the Glazers are money men. They look at wage bills and they don't look at players. They look at wage bills and spreadsheets. So they'll make the executive decision.
The comments are starting. Are they? Fuck me.
Stay tuned. Once we hit the hour mark, we let Callum loose on the comments. So I have a question for you before that, just to the panel in general. Obviously, before I ask it, as ever, like and subscribe, please. Otherwise, Ben will shoot me. But announcements. Now, this is going to be probably one of the biggest signings in United history in terms of like the social appeal to it and how much hype is around it. How do you guys want to see it announced? Obviously, I think we sort of jumped the gun a little bit with the Varane announcement. Can you imagine getting Ronaldo out onto a pitch in front of Old Trafford?
He'd be playing by then. He'd be back playing by then.
No,
Remember, after Wolves international break, isn't it? There's going to be some sort of a video thing, isn't it? I'd like it to something alongside the Pogba thing, where he says at the end he'll say "I'm back" or something. You know, it'd be something along the lines of that. I'm assuming United will probably use that.
Do we get
some sort of a rap star or something?
That'd be mint.
On the pitch of
Fergie bringing him out. That would be brilliant.
Fergie rapping in the middle of the pitch as he comes on.
That'd be amazing.
Rapping Santan Dave songs as he comes on in his hefty Scottish accent.
Can you imagine Fergie giving him his shirt? There you go, Mister. Yeah, there you go. Big hug.
To be fair, though, that video,
try to go nuts.
Wouldn't you love it though if the announcement video would have been something with Fergie in it?
Yeah,
Together in that video, you know. Just is that the prodigal son's returned, you know?
I want to see Stormzy, Fergie rapping Stormzy. Right? And I want to see Fergie rapping that, and then just out of nowhere, Ronaldo comes in and jumps. And then does that weird C thing.
I want to see Ever involved. I want to see Patrice get involved in this video because he'd just be mental, wouldn't he?
So I think they'll do a montage of his goals. Yeah, from a 16, 17-year-old kid to scoring in the Champions League final, etc. Montage of his goals, and then a brick wall, because you've got to have a proper brick wall, haven't you? None of this fucking styrofoam shite. A brick wall. Ronaldo bursts through, holding his shirt, and then Fergie just comes up like a dad and puts his arm around him. Welcome home, son. That'd do fucking the business.
Oh, to match the words. Welcome home, son. Oh man, that'll be absolute. That'll bring it.
It's not going to be him in the middle of the pitch going Fergie reading Stormzy's lyrics, going.
No, not quite. I don't think.
It's not going to be Ronaldo suddenly appearing in a fucking cylinder like fucking what's his name did.
Villarreal. They mentioned the Sancho one was going to be a really big announcement. Like, respectfully, I thought that was shite. In all honesty, I thought the video was like, I just didn't think it was. You've got to have Ronaldo in the middle of the stadium with Ferguson, conversation with Rio. I don't know. Just they've got to make it better than the Sancho one because
just them talking on Old Trafford on the pitch will get 1 million or 2 billion interactions. Just them on the pitch, Old Trafford.
Look at the effect Varane had, even to people watching at home. That was just something special. So I hope they don't make it a cheesy video. I really don't. I hope they do it properly for him. Come home.
Don't do a pre-announcement. Don't do that whole, we're bringing Cristiano back to the club. Fuck off. Don't do that.
No, do it properly
for everyone.
No, probably they send some video to Lisbon and film something there and go, there you are.
Yeah, I've signed, lads. Be Wolves.
Honestly, this is just, this is broken or already breaking Twitter. The announcement Twitter will have to shut down for like a day. There's no way. Do you think, no, seriously, it's going to be bigger than the announcement of Messi to PSG? I think it will. I think that one out of the water. The one that they're close to agreeing the deal got 148k in an hour. Messi's is on like 340k. Mate, I told you he's a jumped up steroid midget. I'm not having this whole
Messi
idea.
Will be crying. Messi will be crying. Sancho will be thinking, "Fucking hell! I waited 2 years for my fucking unveiling." And then in 5 seconds, Varane coming out on the pitch destroys it. Ronaldo's going to destroy Varane.
I think if United have proved anything though over the past maybe few signings, is that we don't need a montage video or
just make sure left out.
All we have to do is quite literally tweet, "We have made an agreement with blah blah," and it will get thousands and thousands of likes and retweets. We don't need to do all this fancy video stuff. It's just we don't need to do it because
we've never needed it, Cal, have we?
We never needed it.
No,
we only started doing it a few years ago with like Sanchez and things because it was this social appeal that made United this marketing brand that everyone wanted it to be, and it ended up getting more spoke about. And because at one stage we were more bothered about sponsorships and how many views on TikTok we got, that's why we started doing these fancy videos. All we need to do now, send a tweet, little video, or not interview with Ronaldo saying you've come home and all that crap, and then get him in the first team in a couple of weeks' time. So
Carl, I wouldn't even do a video, mate. I'll get him on the pitch and that's it. Seriously, the end. But go back to
no, I don't mean a video. I mean like they'll do an interview with him, though, won't they?
Yeah, they'll do. Yeah, they'll do an interview. But the thing is, the club shop is just going to fucking explode.
I was going to say, I hope you guys have still got your Ronaldo shirts because you're not going to be able to buy one anywhere in the next month.
Oh God,
they're going to be sold out.
Thanks for telling me this now, Connor.
To be fair though, would you believe it? The megastore this season have been struggling with shirt printing. They've been running out of letters and numbers left, right, and centre. Yeah. They're gonna struggle big time with this one.
That's probably due to Brexit, though. To be honest.
Yeah, they won't have a hope of keeping up with this. There's not a. I mean, my lad's been texting me from Leeds Festival, wanting to know what's going on. You know, all day about what's going on.
There's your announcement, Stu. Get Ronaldo on the stage at Leeds. Bring him out in front of the crowd.
I was going to do the announcement on stage. You know, if they're going to want someone with fucking any charisma, they want me to do it. You know,
no more pianos. Every time I see someone play a piano now,
no, that's just saying, leave the piano out of this one, please.
Yeah.
Okay, that drained the player out of interest, didn't it? When he's on those ivories, it suddenly drained the fucking player out of him.
Well, he was pretty crap the year before we got him anyway.
He was. Yeah.
I think we're just like, he's playing pretty badly. Let's pay him 500 grand a week.
We're paying 500 grand a week. Yeah, 92 likes, guys. Come on, James.
Let's get it to 100. Let's get it to 100. And then James will see even Ronaldo at the top of his voice.
Yeah.
Deary me. That's a good idea. What are you thinking about some sort of nostalgia trip for his announcement? Maybe recreate an old photo from when he first joined or something like that.
I don't think he can fit into those clothes he wore. Best part of 18 years ago. That'd be a stretch. That would be a stretch.
Yeah, it'd be quite good. Yeah, it'd be quite good seeing his old kit again, the old Nike Vodafone kit, wouldn't it? It'd be quite good to see that.
You've grown out of that by now, God.
Well, he's put a bit of muscle on, hasn't he? Come on,
he's put a wee bit of muscle on.
He could do what Koscielny did, didn't he? Get the old United shirt, have that on, and then kind of take that off, and then
put the new one on. Yeah,
the new one on, yeah.
That could work.
Just off a few sponsors.
Just want to see happy people, just people smiling, not miserable fucking board members. Not Avram with his dead trim turn up.
Fucking Avram. Oh, fucking.
Watch him trying to put his hair in a ponytail. What strands he's got left? It's absolute embarrassment. Again, don't involve any of the owners. Just say
don't involve Tom fucking Brady either. I can see the Glazers now. Oh, we've got Tom Brady. Do a bit a montage of them two together. You know, fuck off with Tom Bastard Brady. I don't give a shit about him. Just Ronaldo, Alex Ferguson, winner.
Fucking Woodward's going to go up on top, isn't he? Woodward the fuck.
Oh yeah, he's going to look good. Yeah,
he's going to go up on top, and he delivered your Ronaldo, lads. There you go.
I bet you when
10 years later, I've delivered him, boys.
I'm going now. I'm out the
door.
I bet you when we score a goal, they scream touchdown over in America. That's how embarrassing these lot are.
Well, yeah.
It take them like 6 years to learn the offside rule. Sorry, get a bit carried away. Just funny times.
It's all good. Listen, my final question to you before I leave it to you and we end it all.
We need 2 more likes first.
No, we need a few more likes. You can see Viva Ronaldo. I would go out up there.
Anyway, Varane, Sancho, Ronaldo. Is that our greatest transfer window ever? And is that the greatest transfer window for any club?
Oh,
yes.
Good question, that, to be
fair.
Ferguson,
yeah.
Yeah,
Ferguson.
He is, isn't it? It's a great question, that.
No, I'm going January. I'm going Evra and Vidic. Sorry, lads. That to me was. That'll take some beating, that one.
I have the power to kick you off the stream if you say anything that's stupid again. Come on.
Do you not think Evra and Vidic would take some beating? No, seriously, lads. Evra and Vidic would take some beating in any transfer window.
I get they have.
Summer 2009, Obertan, Valencia, and Owen.
Well, yeah. Obertan. When did Cleberson come? I reckon Cleberson was a better signing as well.
No, wow.
Jemba.
Just quickly, it makes you realise how much of a genius Ferguson was, because he won the league with playing like Raphael right wing and
lads, come on.
Kubertan. Players like that. My God, we were crap for a very long time. Oh, yeah. It's got to be one of the best, James, for sure. Yeah. But I'm not sure.
All joking apart, James, I do agree with you, but I think for the effect it had on the club, I do really mean that the Ever and Vidic would take some beating.
Yeah,
of course. It had on the club.
We go sign Ruben Neves, and we will win the league.
Yeah.
We're winning
Still gettable, Ruben Neves. Still gettable, boys.
He is. He's cheap as well, isn't he? 35 million.
Yeah.
Well,
we play Wolves on Sunday, so that's the best way to kind of bump up the interest a bit more.
But the Glazers cannot use the excuse of we don't have the money anymore, because they said we don't have the money for the last 2 weeks, and look what's happened. Seriously.
Oh, hang on, my pockets are still full. I've got 15 million in here somehow. Yeah, let's use it on Ronaldo.
Put your dividends payment back for a year.
15 million.
Dividends payment back for a year, and we'll 20. No, fuck it. Just do a swap people like Marshall's, mate. He's grumpy anyway. Just send him over there.
I think you'd be looking. I think you'd be looking to move Martial out now for definite.
And
I can't see the point in keeping him.
Imagine Trippier as well. Never know with that.
We're back in for him, aren't we? Because Dallo's going to Dortmund, isn't he?
Is Dallo actually going, or has he got on loan to Dortmund with a view to buy?
It might be a loan deal for him. Actually.
I thought we were trying to sell him.
We'll try to do obligation, I think. We'll try.
Is it a loan? I thought we were trying to sell him. I thought
that's what I thought, but then I read that he was sort of doing with Dortmund are interested in a loan deal with the option to buy.
Just a loan, is it? All right.
The problem you've got with loan with an option to buy is it gives them the they'll have to pay a loan fee anyway, but it gives them the option to pull out of the deal if they want to.
Yeah,
you've got to loan with obligation, and then you've got the money in your bank account when the season.
That means we've got to be in for Trippier then again, or a Max Irons or someone like that.
Yeah, I'd take both of them over the loan, honestly.
Damn it, Romano's coming on Twitch at 5:30. Damn it, man.
That's going to be that'll be the here we go, I bet you.
Oh, God.
That'll be the here we go.
Here we go. Everyone prepare.
I guess I'll rephrase my question then. Is this better than PSG's window?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Especially if they lose Mbappe, then definitely, yeah.
Oh, yeah. 180 million. 180 million. What did he go to? What did he go to PSG for?
Was it 140? I think it was.
It was 180 million euros. It was anyway. They just want to recoup that money that they paid for him.
Yeah. He went to 180 to PSG, did he? Fuck me, Jesus Christ.
Their money near enough then.
But PSG, if they lose Mbappe, they'll go for Haaland.
How the hell can Madrid fund that though? Because I thought they would break.
Well, it's Perez, isn't it? He's a lying snake. He's like Hillary Clinton, but Spanish. He's basic and probably looks quite similar to her as well. No, in all seriousness, he's just lied through his teeth throughout the whole summer, and they're almost state funded Madrid, so they're bound to be able to stump up the money.
Yeah, I've been state funded for years.
Sorry, Henry, I wasn't just shaking my head. Sorry, Stu. I wasn't just shaking my head at you then, what you were saying. I'm sick of these fucking, these Twitter accounts where they got the verified tit next to them, but they've got the actual name. I've just fell for one of them.
How do you get baited by those? Come on.
Well, I didn't see the app because it said Manchester United and it had the fuck off.
Flipping hell.
Sorry, carry on.
Actually, somebody did raise a really good point just before we go, James. What does that mean for the Haaland pursuit?
I don't care about Haaland. We've got Ronaldo.
Do you know what? Can I jump in on that one?
Yeah.
I'm kind of going to say this. We don't need Haaland. Before we got Ronaldo, we don't need Haaland.
I totally agree. I do. I agree with you as well.
You know what? He's a brilliant footballer, and I've told before. I wouldn't sniff my nose at getting him. However, for some reason people always used to go, Haaland or Mbappe, like they're the next big thing. We've got the next big thing already. He's called Mason Greenwood.
Yeah.
He's getting
He
there.
is the next
Yeah.
striker of Man United.
Yeah.
Why don't we just spend the season developing him? Now we've got Ronaldo. We do not need Haaland.
Agreed.
Do you imagine, the thing I'm looking at it now is that Ronaldo coming in, I think, would benefit. I know Cavani, we always say Cavani benefits Mason Greenwood and Marcus Rashford. I think Ronaldo coming in will benefit Marcus Rashford and Mason Greenwood a lot more. Do you know? I think Marcus Rashford loosely bases his game on Ronaldo a little bit. We all know he likes to do that little free kick that Ronaldo likes to do, you know. Do you imagine if, you know, for a couple of seasons now, you've got Ronaldo there as well as Cavani, I'm assuming, to the end of the season.
Benny, I'd like
know.
to see Ronaldo stay on, mate, as a coach. I'd like to see
Guys.
him.
Guys,
There is some developments. He's just landed in
Lisbon.
Lisbon,
Yeah.
He told the press, apparently in Lisbon, Lisbon press were shouting him and hounding him.
You'll
There
know
you go.
more.
In an hour, we'll know.
Wow.
Bloody hell!
We'll know in an hour.
So that's why for it's a Romaro, whatever his name is. He's going live in an hour. Then that makes sense, doesn't it?
Well, I hope you boys aren't busy for the next hour. Unlucky.
Mate, I'm supposed to try and get some sleep.
I've got a bit to do.
Tonight.
I'm like
gotta
I'm
go
working as well, so I've got a bit to do yet. So
Listen, we'll end this show here if that's right with everyone. We'll probably might be back at 5:30 if any of you guys are available, depending on what happens, of course.
are we still doing timeline talk?
I'm going to try. I don't know if I'll be physically capable after this exhausting day, but I'll try my hardest.
James, can I just quickly say one thing on Greenwood, just ever so quickly? Sorry, no, I was just going to add to what Callum said. You know, everyone's mentioned about Greenwood and the Haaland thing. I said it a couple of weeks ago. This could turn Greenwood into one of the world's best strikers. Like, genuinely, these next 2 years, we could see a different player, but also we won't have to negotiate with Raiola again. I don't want to go through that again.
Portuguese television
He's a nightmare.
are chasing Ronaldo's car up the motorway. They're following him everywhere he goes. They've literally stopped all of their television schedules just to follow him. This is beyond stalking at this point. Damn it. I can't understand this, honestly. It's fun.
Oh,
boy. I can't believe it. Can't believe it. We've acted like a smart club.
The guy gets to Manchester.
We've actually acted like a smart club for the first time in like 10 years. What the hell's going on? Oh,
well,
God.
James, go on, James. You have the final word.
Go on, James.
Think
Viva Ronaldo, James. Thank you very much. Good night.
Deep breath. Deep breath. As Karthik would once say, we're going to win the Champions League!
Good Lord.
Oh, my God.
He's waiting all day for that one, hasn't he?
I have.
Yeah.
I have. And I'm going to send that little clip to
You want to
Karthik.
be live
Say
the
one
official
nice
fan
thing.
tweet comes.
Dear.
Against the best wishes of Brown Knight, we are going to end it here because these people do actually have other things to do than sit here and wait for Ronaldo to get announced.
So, yeah, I've got to
I'm waiting. I'm just waiting.
With that
I'm
being
probably
said,
going to be drunk on Pepsi, lads.
with that being said, if he does get announced today, I'm almost certain we will go live. I am certain we will go live. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you get here as soon as he signs to get your first reaction from All for United. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. Massive, massive thank you to all of my guests for joining me. You've made it a brilliant, brilliant show, and for everyone who got involved. Record number of likes. I'm sure it's probably a record number of comments as well. It's really appreciated how involved you guys have been in this show. But yeah, Ronaldo is coming to Manchester United, whether it's today or tomorrow. Stay tuned, and we will have all the coverage for you right here on All for United. See you later.